Yo, what's good, boys? It is Yap MMA. We're back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the upcoming matchup this weekend at UFC Vegas 105. Lerone Murphy faces off against Josh Emmett. And as we know, man, Josh Emmett is one of the most powerful punchers in the UFC. One of the most powerful punchers, if not the most powerful puncher at 145. He's facing off Lerone Murphy. Murphy's been on a solid streak. He's undefeated. He's coming off that win over Dan Ige. But there's a solid question to wonder if he's going to be able to survive 5 rounds with the heaviest hitter at 145 in Josh Emmett. Even though Josh Emmett is aging, this dude still has power. We saw him knock out Bryce Mitchell cold, man. Brutally knocked him out. It doesn't matter his age, man. He's going to keep knocking people out. He's going to keep having that power. Some people just have that power. And Josh Emmett is one of those guys that has that one-shot knockout power. If he connects on your chin, you're going to sleep. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the number one pound for pound. You could be, an absolute bum. You're going to sleep. It doesn't matter who you are. All right. If Josh Emmett connects clean on your chin, you're going to sleep. It's fair and square. It's just the way it is. Unless you are Ilya Taporia or Alexander Volkanovski, and you can outclass him on the feet, or you can take him down and sub him, you are going to have trouble. And Lerone Murphy is not a guy who's going to be taking it, Josh Emmett down and looking for submissions. He's not going to be throwing up submissions off of his back. He's not really advanced in the ground game. Honestly, Josh Emmett will most likely be a better wrestler in this matchup. Josh Emmett, his background is wrestling, but once he got in the UFC, he started feeling how much power he had on his feet, how much power he has in his hands, man, in that right hand, and he loved it. So he hasn't really utilized his wrestling as much. He had to do a bit of wrestling against Ilya Taporia, but Taporia put on a masterclass against Emmett. But Taporia was clean for 25 minutes straight. Lerone Murphy is gonna have to be clean for 25 minutes straight to win this fight. We know that Josh Emmett can put you to sleep with any shot, any punch. He can put you to sleep, or he can badly, badly hurt you, And it's not just spamming overhand rights. Of course, a lot of people do think that Josh Emmett just has an overhand right. It is a big part of his game, but he can mix it up on the feet. He's got decent leg kicks. Primarily boxing, though. I think Lerone Murphy will have the advantage when it comes to mixing up the strikes on the feet. He needs to mix in leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks, utilizing the kicks a lot to keep Emmett at distance, because Lerone Murphy will be the taller fighter by a few inches. He will be the taller fighter. The reach is about the same, but Emmett's going to be trying to close that distance as soon as possible, trying to get as close to Lerone Murphy as possible. And Murphy just does not want to exchange in the pocket with Josh Emmett. Keys for Murphy to win this fight are for him to keep at range, keep it on the outside, bounce around, use his jab, utilize his jab, utilize his kicks. Try to make this go the 25 minutes. His best chance is to get this to the scorecards, get that decision win. I think that is his only path to victory, is by decision. I think the Lerone Murphy decision is a solid play. I think it is a solid play. I think he does win this fight by decision, but it is a tough task because 5 rounds, 25 minutes with Josh Emmett is difficult unless you're Ilya Taporia, man, or Yair Rodriguez, and you can throw up a submission off of your back. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a tough task for sure. I think Lerone Murphy will get it done, but there's been a lot of undefeated fighters losing in 2025 so far. Would not be surprised if Josh Emmett absolutely flatlines Lerone Murphy, or just brutalizes him, man. I would not be surprised in the Apex. Smaller octagon as well. Murphy's going to have to keep moving for 25 minutes straight. I do think he has the cardio to do that. He's going to have to utilize his cardio, just be able to have a grueling pace where he's able to bounce around, poke his jab, his kicks, his cheap kicks, all utilize his whole arsenal to be able to try to keep Josh Emmett off of him and try to tire him out. He might want to wrestle Emmett, Emmett, there's a higher chance that Emmett is the better wrestler, but Lerone Murphy's wrestling is underrated. He can wrestle. He can offensively wrestle. He just doesn't utilize it too much. But he might have to use it in this instance. He did get cracked by Dan Ige, got knocked down by Dan Ige. If you're getting knocked down by Dan Ige, imagine what that freaking Josh Emmett right hook is going to do to you, all right? I mean, he's put so many guys to sleep. So Lerone Murphy's going to have to keep a very tight guard. Just keep it at distance, man. poke away with his jab, poke away with his shots. I think he does win this fight. I think he wins this fight on the judges' scorecards. Unanimous decision this weekend, but it will be close, and it will be a defining factor to whether or not Lerone Murphy will be anything in the featherweight division. I think he will be. I think he is better than people think he is, and I think he does get this decision, but it is definitely a question of, can he survive Josh Emmett's power? We'll have to see, boys. But if you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop your comments down below what you guys think, who you guys are picking in this matchup, and I will catch you boys in the next one. See you.